Hi and welcome guys. Today I want to speak about the flow state. Namaste to you guys and all the good juicy stuff. No videos lately because I have felt a bit disconnected from myself and I needed to refine the balance. I needed to recalibrate myself again and I needed to step into the flow state, and this is what I actually want to speak about today, the flow state. How to step into that flow state and really get to express your beautiful vision out into the world. How to really be yourself in the process, in essence, okay? Now, in Tao Te Ching, they talk about Wu Wei. And this is actually following the principle of least effort. It's about really getting to step into that relaxed state and really create from your relaxed state, okay? It's about really getting to open your heart to the principle of least effort. I believe that we haven't come here on the planet to suffer. We have come here on the planet to actually be free beings, free flowing. We have come here on the planet to actually get to express ourselves. Now, the first tool that I want to share with you guys if you want to step into the flow state is connect to the present moment. Okay, they say that the present moment is the only moment that actually exists. Okay, we always live in the now. The past, present and future are happening simultaneously in the now. Okay, so I realized that the more that I stay connected to the present moment and the more that I get to put my consciousness in the present moment, is the more that I get to actually enter the flow state. And really the flow state is about the state of least resistance. Okay, when you don't resist yourself, you enter the flow state. So my suggestion is stop resisting yourself, stop resisting your thoughts, stop resisting your feelings, and get to actually open your consciousness into the present moment. Okay, so the first tool that I want you guys to realize, you gotta step in the present moment. How do we step into the present moment? Well, we silence our minds, okay, because the mind always wants to wander either in the future or the past. But the heart and the body, they are always in the present moment, okay? So when you stay connected in the present moment, you realize that you get to express yourself. You get to create something beautiful. You get to actually be in the flow state, okay? So the first tool is stay more connected to the present moment. Silence your mind, silence your consciousness. Get to actually meditate a bit more and realize that the present moment is the only moment that exists. Now, if you want to enter the flow state, the second tip would be self-expression. Get to actually express yourself, get to actually express your vision into the world, get to be in that state of non-resistance, get to actually express your gifts into the world, because I realize that the more that I create something is the more that I actually open my energies into the present moment, is the more that I open my consciousness to the infinite intelligence of the universe. Okay, so the second tip is get to express yourself. If you want to enter the flow state, you gotta be creative. You gotta actually express your gifts into the world. You gotta express your talents into the world. Okay, so it's about really getting to finding the balance between being and doing, okay? And really when you get to actually be content with your state of beingness, you also enter the flow state. So it's about really getting to put your consciousness in the present moment and realize that there is no failure, okay? And when you realize that there is no failure, you get to actually be content with your state of beingness, okay? When there is nothing to be done, nothing remains undone. And this is actually coming from the Tao Te Ching. When there is nothing to be done, nothing remains undone, okay? So it's about really getting to enter the state of beingness, the state of flow, the state of higher consciousness. It's about really getting to be in the present moment with the consciousness that you have, okay? So the second tip is get to express yourself. And the third tip was get to actually be content with your state of beingness, okay? Because when you are content with your state of beingness, you realize that everything that is happening internally and externally is actually happening for you. Now the third or the fourth tip, I'm not sure. The fourth tip that the third or the fourth tip, yeah, that I would suggest for you guys is get to actually trust the process. Get to trust the process. If you want to enter the flow state, you gotta trust the process. And how do we trust the process? Well, we let go of perfection. Okay, we let go of perfection and we just jump into the game. We just jump into the game of self-expression. We just jump into the game of love. We just jump into the game where we are just being ourselves in the process, okay? So yes, the fourth tip is get to actually trust the process. Let go of perfection. Realize that you are not perfect. Realize that you make mistakes sometimes. Realize that you gotta love yourself in the process, guys. This is how to also trust, because I believe that self-love is also about trust, and trust is also about self-love. Okay, so trust the process. And you trust the process the moment that you actually let go of perfection and you just step into the game, you just step into the action. Okay, so yeah, the flow state is always available, and it is happening through our heart space. It is happening through our heart chakra. The more that we stay connected to what we feel is the more that we actually raise our consciousness to the next level. And that is the consciousness of the inner world. That is the consciousness of the highly intelligent universe. Okay, the universe is intelligent. The universe is actually operating through us, and we are actually the universe. I've seen in my spiritual awakening that the moment that I opened my consciousness, I was the universe itself. Okay, so you are the universe. The moment that you trust yourself is the moment that the universe will actually put in place things for you to actually manifest, for you to actually accomplish, for you to actually be your best version. Okay, so yeah, guys, the present moment is the only moment that exists. The more that you stay connected to the present moment is the more that you step into the flow state. And what I'm also realizing is the fact that I gotta find the balance. Okay, I gotta find balance in my life between the positive and between the negative. I gotta find the balance between the masculine and the feminine. Okay, so it's about really staying into the middle point, and it's about listening to my heart. Okay, the more that I listen to my heart is the more that I now get the opportunity to actually step into the present moment and actually enter the flow state. Okay, now what I'm realizing is the fact that it's not always easy to enter the flow state. It's not always easy to actually be in that perfect state of consciousness. But what I'm also realizing is the fact that it's also about embracing resistance, maybe. Okay, yes, the universe is actually flowing in a way that doesn't represent resistance, but sometimes it feels like we want to resist ourselves. Okay, and what I'm realizing is the fact that we cannot always expect ourselves to be in the perfect state of consciousness, and you gotta realize that it's also okay to be low sometimes. It's also okay to fail sometimes. It's also okay to lose sometimes. Okay, it's also okay to actually get to learn from your negative experiences. So it's about also understanding your resistance. It's about understanding your fears. It's about giving yourself the time and freedom and space necessary. Okay, guys, so these are my tools on how to enter the flow state. Realize that everything that is happening is actually happening for you, and when you get to actually play your own game, you realize that you are actually untouchable. So it's about self-trust, it's about balance, it's about letting go of perfection, it's about trusting, it's about stepping into the present moment. Okay, so guys, yes, these are my tools on how to actually step into the flow state. Realize that you are actually an effortless being, and when you get your consciousness in the now, you realize that you are actually unstoppable. Guys, thank you for watching. If you are new to the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and if you wish to work with me on a one-on-one level and get to know yourself in a more spiritual way, feel free to send me a message. Guys, thanks for watching. Namaste, and see you on what is coming up next. Yes, we're not perfect, and even this video was not perfect, but it was perfect in its imperfection. Okay, get to love yourself, get to appreciate yourself, and get to actually embrace yourself, because you are a warrior of light. You are a queen of love. You are a master of your own destiny. Guys, I love you so much. Much peace, and see you on what is coming up next. I love you. Bye bye.